and work out myself as I went to the gym this morning and it was closed. I guess Christmas Eve things tend to close a little earlier. I guess not open as early as they normally do. So here we go. Obviously, your little warm up. Hopefully, you've done something to just get the body moving, get the blood flow. Um, today we're going to do upper body and lower body, so we might as well get a little everything. I've got Theraband, but obviously it doesn't have to be the brand. It could be whatever brand. It could be the tube. It could be the one with the handles. Really doesn't matter. Choose some resistance. If you have a few different colors, that's helpful. I just brought the one today, but obviously they come in different colors and thicknesses. And just like when we do weights, you want to choose a resistance that, I mean, really, again, depends on your goals. But I'm going for about 10 reps, give or take. But again, going to failure just to get the extra benefit. So again, if your goals are more trimming down, higher reps, bulking up, kind of mid-range, power, lower reps. So it kind of depends on what you're going for. And just choose that resistance that makes it work for you. This is a real quick and dirty warm up here. I just wanted to get a little bit of blood flow because it is a bit early in the morning, and I usually do my full warm up routine. I got a couple minutes before I start work here, so just get a couple simple warm up exercises in for you there. Okay, simple one to try. You need something to anchor on. Obviously, I got this nice railing. Obviously, you want something solid. Sometimes a good thing you can do is I don't have the type of door here, but wrapping it on the other side of the door, putting the band around the doorknob, and then closing the door on yourself. So it'd be on the back side of the door. You open the door, put it on the outside of the door, and then close the door on it. Probably didn't see that, but then that's another good way to anchor things. Just be careful you don't rip the band, because obviously ripping the band is going to snap at you, so you got to be a little worried, but careful about that. So first exercise, a row. I'm going to add a lunge to this row, so then you're kind of getting a little bit extra into it. I'm going to go this way because I have a bit more space this way. So you're going to get down into your lunge position. Got your row with the band. It's great because you can just add more resistance by tightening up on it. So again, you just tighten up as much as you need. Get into the lunge. So my knee is slightly off the ground to allow the knees or the thighs to work. So I'm going to keep a little bit of gap in the back of my knee, and then I'm going to row for it. So with this, I mean, I like to usually do about 10 per leg, so then you're getting that nice resistance on your leg too. Morning. I'm going to flip that around a little bit. Okay, let's switch the legs around. I'd like to have that one. So it's a different angle. With my row, I just like to make sure that I keep my shoulders relaxed. So I don't want to make sure I'm shrugging up. I almost even want to engage through the back of my shoulder blades as well. So I'm kind of pulling my shoulders away from my ears. So I'm almost pushing my shoulders down almost. Is really what I'm trying to do is pull my shoulder blades back as I kind of bring my hands together, or as I bring my hands towards my chest. I'm doing a palm up version, but obviously you can do kind of a neutral wrist. It really depends on what type of band you have. And then you should also be getting a thigh burn through that, which is great. Next one we'll try is actually I'm going to put the band tied around my thighs here. So again, obviously the more resistance you want, the tighter the band will be, or the tighter the loop will be. So I'm going to go just above my knees. And ideally you want to spread out the band if you can, so it's not just like a thin, tiny tube. So that'll be a little bit of pressure. Obviously, I'm wearing pants, which is nice. If you're not wearing pants, it kind of rubs on the skin a little bit. Can be a little tender. What I'm going to do is called monster walks. I'll just go side to side for you so you can just see me here. But I'm going to walk in a kind of squatted position, but always having some resistance on the band. And then working kind of the outer hips. I'm adding a little extra resistance just because obviously I'm going to make this a little bit harder. You don't need the resistance in your hands. You can just go body weight. I'll go even overhead, and that makes it a little bit harder, obviously. So it's almost like a little kind of a crab walk, I guess, laterally, side to side, and maintaining a bit of that resistance through the band as you do it. I mean, obviously, you can do kind of whatever you want with the weights if you have weights, and then just kind of work the thighs, work the hips, and work the upper body as you see fit. Oops. That's actually quite a burn there. Oops. Let me come in here. Morning. I didn't realize the staircase is so busy. Anyway. Okay, next one here. I'm going to undo my band. So again, having multiple bands allows you so you don't have to do the untying and tying. Just make sure you're looking for tears and frays in it, because obviously you don't want it snapping at you, especially when it's under that resistance, because it'll snap you in the face possibly. I'll be a little careful with that. So again, you're banding it or you're anchoring it against something. And then what we'll do is a fly. So again, might as well get into that lunge position. Just get a little bit extra burn in the legs. So I'm going to get down my lunge position, knee slightly off the ground, and then we're going to fly away. So flying chest fly, it's kind of like hugging a barrel. Oh, I have something coming here. Good morning. I like the antlers. Very cute. Yeah, exactly. You might as well. Thank you. You're welcome. No, you're all good. Right. Ooh. Okay, it's okay. It's crooked. Tripod failed a little bit, so I'm getting in that lunge position. Knee slightly off the ground, and we're gonna fly away. So again, with the resistance of the band, the more you choke up on it, the more resistance you're gonna get. And then the less tension on the band, obviously the less tension you're gonna have. Your choice how much you wanna do. Oh, here we go. Hi there. Okay, next one we'll try is sometimes I like to do this as a pullover. I don't have hi there. No, you're totally good. You're totally good. I'm in a bad staircase here. I probably should have gone somewhere else. In hindsight. Anyways, like I was saying, I usually like to go on a higher point. I don't trust that door thing, so I'm not going to go from there. What I'll do instead is I'm going to bend over. Oops. So you watch that bend. I'm just going to bend at the hips, so do kind of a hip hinge or kind of a deadlift like movement. So my hands can start in that overhead position, and then I'm going to keep my elbows straight, and then I'm going to pull my hands down towards kind of my knees, let's say, from in this position. So it's like an overhead pullover, but just a bit of a different angle. I like to do this with cables in the gym. It's kind of like what you do in the movement of, let's say, cross country skiing, let's say. And then just, again, making sure that you're engaging through the shoulder blades. So don't allow your shoulders to shrug up your arm. Again, pushing the shoulders down away from the ears. Working through the lats, the triceps a bit, and the shoulders. This is a fun one you could do even if you want to balance on one leg and just choke up a little bit on that resistance. So here. So one leg balance in that deadlift kind of position, or single leg deadlift. And then you do the overhead pullover kind of thing, or pull down with elbows straight. So the key for this is elbows straight. If you bend your elbows, that's more of like a tricep kickback. So we can go right into that, let's say. So second exercise from that same position, bent over at the hips, nice straight through the back, is those tricep kickbacks. So this one is purely from the elbows, as you can see the difference. So this is me bending and straightening the elbows, working the triceps, back of the arm, versus the pull over or pull down, where my arms are completely straight and I'm rotating through the shoulder. Good, last one. I'm not going to use the banner for this one because I just thought of this one in my head as I was going for it. And this is one my buddy Ian, shout out Ian, quite like kind of isometric bicep curl, but elbows tucked at your side. And he almost just does a little pump at the top. It's just something different. Just throw your body into a guessing game where like you're getting the gains from exercising, usually from guessing and tricking your body. Your body's always trying to adapt to what you're doing and what the stimulus you're giving it, right? So if you're always constantly giving it different stimulus, it's constantly needing to adapt to that different stimulus. So just ad hoc sometimes, but changing your routine frequently so you have your body guess and try to keep up and adapt and make changes strength-wise to adapt to what you're giving it. So it's kind of like an isometric hold, but it's just almost a little pump at that top, and that gives you a crazy burn in the biceps, which is a fun way of just kind of altering your bicep curl to make it a little bit different. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off because I got to start work here. A little bit interruptions today, but thanks for joining in, and we'll see you guys in the new year. Take care.